building. The deal, man. Y'all know what this is. This is the Wheelhouse. I'm your host, Keezer. Got my bro Ralph in the building. What's good, bro?
What up, what up, what up? Things good, man. It's a little tired, but I'll make it.
Already, man. If y'all would hit the like, subscribe, turn your notifications on, share the video, share the video, share the video. New to the Wheelhouse, hit us up at the wheelhouse at yahoo.com if you got any content. Well, if you're a Christian content creator, you need prayer. And if you just want to give us some content that we haven't talked about yet, y'all hit us up at the wheelhouse at yahoo.com. And tonight, man, I'm just gonna get into it. I ain't gonna even lie. We before I get it, well, we're gonna talk about tonight. We're gonna talk about the Art of War.
Mhm.
Actually, a series we just starting off. And basically I'm trying to figure out which way we're gonna go on this. But tonight gonna be basic training.
Hmm.
Gonna be simple, basic training.
Yep.
But before we get into the Art of War, man, I was sitting up today thinking, bro. Well, actually, about an hour, maybe not even an hour ago.
Hmm.
I was like, have I allowed God to, or am I allowing God to get a full investment on His return in me and through me? And I'm speaking on His calling, His gifts.
Mhm.
Am I fully cultivating the gifts and the calling that He put in me, or am I sitting on them?
Yeah, I think about that. I think about that often too, man. And I know I'm sitting on some things that I should probably really be doing right now. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. I guess I really have no. I have no excuse. I would try to use my job, but you know what I'm saying. That's no excuse, man. You know what I'm saying. It's just, and I hate to use the word lazy, but I'm going to use that word lazy.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? I'm going to use that, man. I ain't going to front try to sugarcoat anything, but that's what it is.
And I'm gonna use another word for me. Two words, matter of fact. Excuses and procrastination.
So make that free for me there. Yeah. Yeah.
And as I've been and as I was thinking today, I think that's a lot of times where the frustration comes from
Hmm.
because not pursuing or cultivating the gift inside cause a disturbance inside
Yeah.
because you it's almost like you can see it spiritually,
Hmm.
but the physical manifestation of that thing, the steps are not being put into place
Hmm.
so that we may see it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, God, because God shows us, man.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? He shows us, man, what can happen if uh we put to work. You know what I'm saying? What he helps us envision. You know what I'm saying, in our head.
No
You
doubt.
know what I'm saying? He shows me it, and He tells me it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I be telling you, man. I'm like, yo, bro, I know that if it was to do this, it's really gonna succeed. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
I know it is.
Cause I think I think the what's the word I'm looking for? The way I'm gonna use that, or the approach is for his glory,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
like everything we got planned. I mean, you know what I'm saying, everything that's in us that we want to do, the giftings, even the dreams,
Hmm.
they all for glory, and there's no way they could fail if they for his glory. You know what I'm saying?
No
So because if they for his glory, then his name is behind it,
Yep.
and he gonna back it because we have the right posture.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's
You
all
know what I'm
about him.
saying? And it's like us about taking that right posture. Man. Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go and get into the Art of War, man, before I get way off. I'm gonna dive into it, man. We're gonna look at Second Kings, what I say, 8,
Yep. Second Kings 6.
Second Kings 6, 8 to
Yep.
20.
8 to 24.
You got that joint, bro?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then the
Oh,
kings.
you do that, do you?
Yep. Then the king of Syria warred against Israel and took counsel with his servant, saying, in such and such a place shall be my camp. And the man of God sent unto the king of Israel, saying, beware that thou pass not such a place, for the Syrians are coming down. And the king of Israel sent to the place which the man of God told him, and warned him about, and saved himself there, not once nor twice. Therefore, the heart of the king of Syria was troubled for this thing. And he called his servants and said unto them, will ye not show me which of us is for the king of Israel? And one of his servants said, none, my lord, O king, but Elijah, the prophet who is in Israel, telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber.
Stop, bro. Right there. I wanna go deep, but I wanna stop right there, man. Like I said tonight, man, it's the Art of War. And as you can see, the king uh, Aram was at war with Israel,
Hmm.
and he was conspiring his officers. You know what I'm saying? He gonna set up camp, and it's funny that it said in such and such, in such and such place.
Right.
So basically, that they coding that thing.
Hmm. Yeah.
And the funny part is, even though they were coding the thing, the prophet Elijah was so in tune with God that God decoded it for him
Right. Right. Hmm.
to the point to where they was like, who in our camp snitching? Who snitching? Somebody in here snitching. One of y'all a mole. One of y'all a snitch, bro.
Yeah, man.
And it's funny how one of them knew about Elijah.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's funny how he knew that
Yeah.
to even be able to. That tell you the almost like the posture of being a in the military. You've been in there. I'm gonna have to lean on you on this joint. On, you know what I'm saying? Being in the military, you see how he knew, even though they both, even though they were enemies, they both knew each other.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But the difference was that Israel had a connection to the invisible God.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
it's
sir.
like going into battle. I guess you could use that as the step one of the boot camp
Mm,
is before you even thinking before you even thinking about suiting up, you first must understand who your colonel or whatever whoever the highest ranking cat is, you must understand who he is
yeah, man.
before you even think about enlisting in anything, bro. You gotta understand, bro. We gotta make this clear, bro.
Mm,
Who is in charge?
yep.
Because once you determine who's in charge, then that will determine the type of information you will receive.
Mm,
You will receive limited information. If he not in charge, you're gonna get limited information.
definitely is.
If he in charge, you gonna get all the information.
Yep. All the information you need. Mm,
Yeah, man, you keep going, bro.
all right. Where to stop?
I forgot where he's at, bro.
Oh yeah, I got it. And he said, "Go and spy where he is, that I may send and fetch him." And it was told him, saying, "Behold, he is in Dothan. Dothan. Therefore sent he horses and chariots and a great host, and they come by night and the city about, encompassed the city about. And when the servants of the man of God was risen early and gone forth, behold, and host uh, and hosts compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servants said unto him, Alas, my master, what shall we do? And he answered, Fear not, for they who are with us are more than they who are with them. And Elijah prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open the eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire around Elijah. That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah,
That's
we,
crazy.
we we can stop right there, bro. And I want to look at it. Like I said, it's boot camp tonight, so I want to look at the Well, I'm gonna ask you a question, bro.
Mhm.
Going into enlisting in the army, what was, I guess you could say, a short version of the process?
And listen to the army, man. First, we have to go to end processing. No. First, we go we went to a place in Kansas City, man, where they had to make sure. Uh, First of all, we were physically, mentally and physically fit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
We go there and we get a physical, full body physical, man. I mean,
yeah.
yo, when they say they check everything, bro, they check everything. It's a really embarrassing process. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? They wake us up early in the morning, man, and we go through a whole bunch of and processing briefings and all this and that, man. Just letting us know what to expect. Just in those first 2 days, you know what I'm saying, of being in at the in processing spot. You know, we get a couple of shots, and then they prepare for us to go wherever they're sending us. You know what I'm saying, for our basic training. And when we get there, we got to go through almost like a whole bunch of paperwork, man. Almost like a physical endurance training. You know what I'm saying? They got to make sure that we can run a mile at such and such time, do a certain amount of push-ups in such and such time, do a certain amount of sit-ups in such and such time, and um, then they send us to to a boot camp where we
Yeah, no
meet
doubt.
up with our drill sergeants and saying get placed in our barracks and all this and that, man. It's a very grueling process.
Well, it's funny, like you said, y'all start out with the physical, basically seeing are y'all fit
Right.
to be in the military.
Yep. And that's
And even as when boys come to Christ, bro, it's I ain't gonna say the same process, but the process is him not is not us meeting his physical attributes. I mean his physical status or his
Mhm.
physical acceptance. It's us coming total opposite, bro, coming broken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We come broken, but at the same time, we are, I hate to say it, we are like you said, it was an uncomfortable process.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an uncomfortable process for an unbeliever to say, I can't do this by myself.
Right.
I can't live like this no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's an uncomfortable process that we must go through and saying, falling on our knees, or however
Hmm.
you came to Christ, and saying, Lord, into your hands I commit my life.
Right.
The
Right.
way I've been doing it, bro, it's not gonna work. I
Yeah.
commit myself to you. So now I'm in the uncomfortable process or my uncomfortable place
Hmm.
of being vulnerable. And that's basically what it was when y'all went in there
Yeah.
and had the physical.
Yeah.
Y'all became vulnerable.
Yep.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
So you had to open, you had to like, "Ooh, here I go." You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yep. Not really knowing like not really knowing what to expect, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But from what they tell us, you know what I'm saying? That's all we know. But we don't really
yeah,
know what to expect, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's and God wants us in a place where we're not comfortable. You know what I mean?
no
Just
doubt.
about everything he wants us to do is it's 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 an uncomfortable situation. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
bro.
You
Yeah,
know, 'cause being comfortable, man, that's if we're being comfortable, that's where we're gonna stay.
yeah, buddy. Cause
You know what I
man,
mean?
I was listening to this dude. He talking about food, and you
Hmm.
know, a lot of times we eat for comfort,
Right,
but fasting actually purifies our body
right.
because it puts our body in a state of in I ain't gonna necessarily say strain, but kind of sorta
Hmm.
because the uh the nutrients and things that we get that we take in is not getting any of those.
Right.
But at the same time, it's healing taking place in that process.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we have healing in a uncomfortable situation.
Hmm.
A lot of time we eat for comfort, and when we eat for comfort, kind of it's like a person who doesn't like move around or walking or anything, doesn't do anything.
Right.
They in a place of comfort, but at the same time, they joints are getting locked up. They, you know what I'm saying? There's no strain and stress on their body to
Yeah.
that's being constantly used.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the body is constantly used to that motion, getting used to that motion, and then exercising, even you taking it even deeper because you're
Hmm.
bringing the heart rate up. You know what I'm saying? You're getting the
Yeah.
blood flowing. You're getting the
Yeah.
blood flowing, constantly flowing, and you because you straining the body, it's actually producing healing inside of you.
Yeah. No
That's
doubt.
why a lot of times you get through working out, even though you might be tired, the next day, the more you work out, you begin to feel good after workouts.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because you straining that body, and that body is like I said, it's working itself, but at the same time, it's healing itself.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Your body becoming like new.
Yeah,
You
no
know,
doubt. Yeah,
your body
yeah.
becoming new, man. You start working out and hurting in spots you didn't even know you could hurt in. Like, ah, man.
No, yeah, man. Cause them spots ain't used to being tapped into.
Hmm.
And I think that's a lot of times that's what we as believers fail sometimes
Yeah.
because we'll experience God at a certain level and then we'll stop,
Yeah.
but not understanding that there's still dimensions and levels to tap into.
Hmm.
Like since God is eternal, he's endless.
Yeah, man.
So the encounters are endless.
Hmm.
We can have as much of God as we are willing to surrender our lives to.
Yeah. You know, a
As
lot of
much as
people.
what's up, bro?
Yeah, I was about to say a lot of people they just don't want to. Man, once you start getting closer and closer to God, man, He starts like revealing things about yourself.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't even want to know that. Don't even want to know that much about themselves. But I mean, it's doing nothing but breaking you down, man. Just like in boot camp, you know what I mean? It's breaking you down, you know what I'm saying, and building you up, man. And you come out way better than you ever were before, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I
And
mean?
it's kind of like what he does, man. It's the, the Bible talks. I wouldn't say a lot, but it talks some about drawing.
Mhm.
Draw close to God.
Yeah.
He will draw close to you.
Mhm.
And when I think about drawing, I immediately see a well in a bucket.
Mm.
When you let lower the bucket down into the well, you
Mhm.
expect a return.
Right. Right. Okay.
You expect some to return in that bucket. That's why you're
Mhm.
dropping it down. And he said, draw close to God, draw near to God, he'll draw near to you.
Mhm.
He's expecting a return. If we should, when we draw close to him, we should expect a return.
Right.
When we get on our knees at night and pray and come into his presence, we should expect a return, bro.
Mhm. Yeah.
Not based off of something we done cooked up, but based off of his promise, his word, his uh his
Yep.
track record.
Yep. I was just
So
about to
we
say
so
something
when we
like that.
draw near to him, what's up, bro?
I said I was just about to say that, but yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying, bro, so it's like the drawing piece of him, kind of like the lady at the well, I'm gonna say similar to the lady at the well.
Mhm.
When she was like, you have nothing to draw with, plus the well is deep.
Yeah.
But not understanding that while Christ was talking to her, he was drawing.
Mhm.
And the more he draw, and well, the more he drew and the more she talked, the more he began to receive. And well, she began to receive.
Yeah.
So the more she was around him, she began to receive, so much so that she left the bucket
Mm.
and became the bucket.
Yeah.
And didn't even realize it. It's just by being in his presence, she left what she came to draw with and became the thing that she came to draw with.
Mm.
And I think
Man.
the closer we get to him, then the more we begin to he will begin to pour into us, and then he will begin to draw, well, we begin to draw from him.
Yep.
So that when we around people, we have we have we have withdrawn so much from him that we have become like him.
Yeah, man.
Because the drawing is doing two things. It's emptying us and it's filling us.
Mhm.
It's emptying us of ourselves and filling us with his glory, with his
Yes, sir.
presence, with his ways, with his attributes, with his mind, with his heart, with his will.
Yep.
So, like I say, bro, it's the drawing piece. It's the drawing piece, man. But to dive, I guess what you just read in Second Kings, when you begin to look at what has happened here, is God has told the prophet Elijah to tell the king on everywhere to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So much so that he kept the king from battle
Mm.
because he listened to the words of the prophet who stayed in the presence of God. And if
Mm.
you are not surrounded with people who stay in the presence of God, you are surrounded by lost men and women
Mm.
who
Yeah.
have a limited who have a limited well to draw from. They are limited in their supply
Yep.
because they are they are drawing from their own supply,
Yep. Which is empty.
which is empty, bro.
It's
And, and
empty.
and even if they got a little worldly knowledge, it only gonna last for so long.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's temporary. You know what I'm saying?
Temporary.
God's God's is limitless. Mhm.
I'm talking
And
about
then
limitless, bro. And it's like I say, it's that constant drawing, man. It's that constant feeding on him
mm.
to where we become those fountains. And he
Hmm.
said, out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, man, the more we draw from him, whoever we associate ourselves with, you know what I'm saying, they can draw from us, and then whoever they associate themselves with, they can draw from them. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
it's a constant cycle, man. It's a constant flow.
Yeah. Flow, bro. Never end. That's
Yeah.
why I say we it's funny we talking about war, but now we talking about water, drawing, flow.
Hey, it all coincides though.
Yeah, man. Cause I think in any well for any soldier, you first must know you first must begin to look at why am I here first?
Hmm.
Like why am I in this position? Why am I in this position to do this?
Yeah.
Like why am I here doing
Hmm.
this?
What is my
When
purpose?
we look at that and from that stand, yeah, what's your purpose?
Hmm.
And once we begin to find that, like what's my purpose, then we will begin to understand why God placed us here.
Yeah.
And that's why I started out by saying he put gifts and callings in us.
Hmm.
Because if I had the ability, when you was in the military, you was a medic,
Yep.
and
Yep.
doing that, bro, you had a set of skills
Hmm.
that you utilize probably one of the most important parts of the military.
Yeah, man. I mean, because I was I don't know. I guess you could say a healer. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro.
Hey,
Yeah,
cats get broke up, they come to me. Cats get sick, they come to me. I mean, you know, I was there. I was there. I was there. Yeah, they're healer, man. They're supplier.
yeah.
Mm. Mm.
And that's why I say, man, and understanding your purpose, your calling, then you will know what God did. He will reveal the positioning for you too.
Hmm.
Because if boys run around trying to be snipers and they can't even shoot a BB gun, you can't you can't even hit you can't you like them boys say you can't hit a what they said broadside barn or the barn or whatever. You can't even hit that mother, but you trying to be a sniper. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
trying to be a sniper, bro. You can't even hit nothing, but you trying to be a sniper. You're not called for that, bro. Trying to be in the Green Beret or a Ranger or a Navy SEAL now. Majority of people gonna be soldiers, just foot soldiers. You gonna be out there on the front line. A lot of y'all gonna be, what I'm saying, a lot of people just gonna be out there. That's what the majority gonna be. It takes specialists to do certain stuff.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Them soldiers on the front line, they call them grunts. 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 That's what they call them on the front
Yeah,
line,
bro.
boy. Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro.
Uh,
That's what I bet you, bro. I bet you that's majority what majority military is made up of, though.
yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm
It is.
saying?
It is. But, you know, I mean, you got to say they specialize in that because them dudes, that's how they're wired like that, man. They
Yeah,
love that type of stuff.
no
You
doubt.
know what I mean? They love that type of stuff. So the position that they're in the military, that's how God made them to be right there.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I mean? Right there. So everybody
And
got their spot. Everybody got their purpose.
like you say, boys built for that.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they built for that, so they come in and that's the that's where the flow for them flows freely.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Then you got certain, you know what I'm saying, not many, there won't be many snipers.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause you gotta have a certain mindset to be able to do that. You gotta
Hmm.
have, you know what I'm saying, certain skill set to be able to do that.
Yep.
Not many there won't be many Navy SEALs. You know what I'm saying? Won't be many. You know what I'm saying? Won't be many of them type of cats right there because they have a select. You know what I'm saying? They skill set is lightweight. I hate to say it, lightweight, otherworldly. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta tap into some deep waters
Yeah,
to even be able to, you know what I'm saying, to be able to carry out those
mhm,
duties.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yes, yeah, yeah. As far as doing that, the
Yeah.
SEAL team, yeah, you got to be something. You got to be something special.
Like you gotta be able to disconnect from reality, bro.
Yes, sir.
Like your mind literally can't control you.
Yeah. You know what? That's just and um being over in war type, you know what I'm saying, situation.
Yeah.
Everybody's mind had to disrespect. I mean, had to disconnect. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
you gotta like, I hate to say like not care. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta kind of like, I'm gonna say that's not the word I'm looking for, but you gotta say you gotta kind of
yeah.
like,
Numb that thing.
huh? Yeah, 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 yeah. You gotta numb yourself to that thing, man. I mean, because there's people out there trying to get you.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? And you can't. There's a point to where you can't. You got to be able to pull that trigger, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You, you got to be able to do it, man. And it's like that's a really hard. It's a really hard decision to make. You know what I'm saying? If you're in your right mind, you got to like kind of like not be in your right mind to be in situations like that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It,
You
it's
gotta
crazy.
yeah, like you said, you gotta disconnect, you gotta numb, you got
Mhm.
to like, bro, I can't even imagine.
It's like you can't be you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like be somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's why when cats come back, you know what I'm saying, it's hard for them. It's hard for them to snap back to reality. You know what I'm saying? To to
yeah,
to being to being back home where it's safe. You know what I mean? It's hard for them to get back there. You know what I'm saying? That's why cats come back here and they be committing suicide. You know what I'm saying? They just can't snap out of that person that they were
yeah.
when they were over there. You know what I mean? It's
So it's
tough.
like that mindset come back with you.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? You
yeah. But
bring
some
that
people,
same mindset back.
yeah, some cats get out of it, some don't. Hmm.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
And it's like what you just read with Prophet Elijah and you know what I'm saying, Israel and it's crazy we talking about Israel and they in the war
Right,
and
right.
Hamas. And man, I look, man, it's just gonna be some sideboard. I mean, I looked up Hamas. Hamas means like what, violent or evil or something
Yeah,
like that, bro.
yeah. That's
I'm
crazy, right?
like, yeah, man. I'm like, man, and they fighting over land and
Hmm,
Abraham's, what is it, Abrahamic type. Man, I'm sitting there like, bruh,
hmm. Yeah, hmm,
people to sit up, and I say this all the time, people to sit up and talk about how stuff is bad
mhm.
and still live like it's not.
Yeah,
We talk about the end is near,
hmm,
but still live like we got eternity here.
yeah, yeah,
And in my head, it like frustrates me to be honest.
yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, if the end is near and you see all this chaos,
Hmm.
then what do we supposed to do? Like what is the response? Do we supposed to go back to business as usual? I'm gonna go still while out tomorrow. I'm gonna still go. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm just merely talking because everybody else saying it.
Right.
Am I really hearing that? Am I really saying it because it's within myself, bro? Am I really saying that because it's there? Or am I just saying that because I'm going on TikTok, on Facebook, on watching the news, watching all these different outlets,
Hmm.
and they telling me what's going on, and I'm just regurgitating this garbage, the same thing they saying.
Yeah.
So I sound good,
But
but
yeah.
my life
But
still sounds the same.
right. I mean, you regurgitating what everybody else saying. You really don't know what's going on.
You really don't, bro. You
You know what I'm
really
saying? You
don't.
really don't know what's going on, man. And and for me, those are the people that God blinded to certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't, man, they probably don't even really believe that it's happening. You know what I mean? They probably don't really believe that it's happening.
Feel
Yeah, like you said, they're just saying it to sound good. Mm. They have no faith in God, no belief in
sound
God,
good,
no
bro,
hope, no
and
nothing.
that's where it be frustrating me because I'm like, "Th- bro, it's the part you read in the in Second Kings when Elijah said, "Open his eyes."
Yeah, yeah.
When he
Yeah.
said, "Open his eyes," bro, his vision wasn't 2020 spiritually.
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
had faulty vision, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when his eyes finally was open, when his eyes finally was open, bro, he finally seen what was really going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, it's like this mud lagging, bro.
I know. Yeah, I've seen that.
Hey, bro, go on talk. I'm finna come back in, come back and go out.
All right. But yeah, man, this war is crazy. War is crazy, and I was out there on the front lines with my guys, man. So, I'm just really, really blessed that I was able to, saying to come back and really, like, I guess, fit in. I guess saying. I don't like to use that word either, but fit in. You know what I mean? Be comfortable. Saying, not still be in that mindset of war. You know, um, and I had to go through therapy. Saying, I had to take counseling and all this and that, man, because uh, my 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 emotions was like really off whack, man. Sometimes I find myself, I found myself like just thinking too hard. I couldn't relax. I was always pacing back and forth. Man, mom was like, "Yo, Rob, you need to sit down," and I'll be like, "I can't." Saying I can't because I had so many visions and so many thoughts and so many different things going through my head, man. It was just I couldn't relax. Saying I was always up and moving, back and forth, pacing back and forth. You know, uh, and I still haven't like completely like got over it. Saying? That's something you never completely get over, man. Saying? Because you always, I mean, I watch certain movies and it takes me right back there. Saying? Right back there, like I never left. Saying? And I get emotional, man, and I start crying some movies, and I'm like, yo, why am I crying? What am I crying about, man? Saying? But it takes me right back there. That feeling comes right back, like I went, like I'm right back over there. It's crazy.
But the wild part is it's like becoming a believer. We gotta be gentle as a dove, but cunning as a serpent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because engaging with people who don't believe, we have to listen to the heart speak
Mhm.
and be able to do surgery with our words,
Right. Yes,
which
sir.
which be honest, it take a long time to figure that out. And I think it take practice too. It take honestly, you know what I'm saying, it takes being led by the Holy Spirit.
Hmm.
Then it takes being discipled and being trained,
Yeah.
because a lot of times we too forceful,
Hmm.
and sometimes we too weak.
Yeah.
We passive sometimes, sometimes we too aggressive.
Mhm.
It's like being able to walk that fine line of my point. I'm gonna get my point across, but at the same time, I'm gonna touch your heart with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that I guess Jocelyn, you could say,
Hmm.
with us being able to with us being able to skillfully do it, it takes careful watch.
Yeah.
Being careful on what we say, you know what I'm saying? Being careful on how we present it, but at the same time leaving them with an understanding of, he gave me the truth in love and it hurt.
Yeah. And it's one reason why you got to be like, what, slow to speak, slow to speak, and quick to listen.
Yeah, buddy.
You know what I'm saying? I'll listen to you first, and that'll like, I'll listen to you talk before I say anything. You know what I'm saying? And that'll put me, um, while you talking, I'm listening, and I can kind of like, I could really figure out how, you know what I'm saying, I could come at you without being so forceful. You know what I'm saying? Without trying to, without trying to force it on you. You know. Um, Listening to you speak, yeah, will really direct me on what I should say and how I should say it.
No
You
doubt.
know, not trying to cut you off, you know, let you speak, and I'm trying to cut you off. Hey, wait, let me
Yeah.
say this. Go ahead and finish what you got to say. Same time, give me time to think what I need to say.
And, and I was gonna start it off by saying, in the art of war, know your enemy. But as I began to think and ponder on the matter, bro, a lot of people too busy trying to know their enemy,
Mm,
but they don't even know they self.
mm, yeah.
And enlisting in the army that we talking about, the commander in chief lets you know who you are.
Mm,
First, you gotta rip off the false identity first. Once you enlist into this army we talking about,
mm,
so the fake ID can't come with you.
mm. Right.
Who you trying to be can't come with you. Even who you wanna be can't come with you.
No, sir. No, sir. You find yourself in that
Cause
situation, boy.
enlisting in
Still dragging.
Go ahead, bro.
So when you find yourself in that situation, man, all that's gonna drop off. They're gonna figure out who you are and what you are real quick.
Talking real quick, bro.
Mm,
And this thing tripping tonight, man.
yeah.
This mother tripping tonight, bro. Hard tripping tonight,
Mm,
man.
yeah.
But yeah, man. Like I say, we gonna I wanted to we're gonna today say this for another date
Yeah, because I
and
see
get
the
on the Art
dragon.
of War 2
Yeah.
for another day. Yeah, for another day, man. Yeah, I'll be looking out for the next joint, man. Lord willing, next week. Maybe this
Mhm.
weekend. Y'all already know what this is, man. I'm more
Two.
tripping tonight.